Hi, Mike here. Today I'm going to show you how to take this TV and put it here. All right, so to install a TV on the wall, we need a few tools. So we'll walk through those now. We need a drill, we need an impact driver, that's what I use. We need a tape measure, and I like to use tape, but you're gonna see why in a couple minutes.
And a stud finder.
And a stud finder, I forgot the stud finder. And
I did
stud
it.
finder. So today we're gonna use this mount. Got it off Amazon, I'll put the link below. I put a lot of TVs up on the wall, and I'd say 9 out of 10 of them are pretty much all the same. So if you can do it this way, you'll be able to do it with pretty much any other mount. Okay, so I open this up. This is usually what comes in a box. It's usually a bunch of screws, and it looks a little intimidating. No big deal. And then it's a mount. Okay. So this is actually what it's going to look like up on the wall, like this. Okay, we'll get to that. And then it's also then going to come with some kind of, we got to store that away. It's going to come with some kind of mount that goes onto the TV. So no big deal, these just go right here on the TV. There's actually existing holes, okay? All right, so we'll move on to the next step. Okay, after you get everything laid out, the first thing I like to do is just put everything together. So the only thing in this case that needs to really be put together is the wall mount. Okay, so we're gonna put that together now. And this one's very simple. Lay it on the other one. Okay, and then we'll be back. Okay, so now we got our mount together. The next thing we want to do is we want to look through this big bag of intimidating screws, and what we want to find is the screws that fit our TV. So I already did that actually. It's these 4 screws, these little screws. Okay, now this is a very delicate process because you don't want to go screwing these screwing that's like too long, like something like that, and running it through your screen. There are also a couple different TVs. Some have like a pretty deep recess where you can actually stick your finger in there. So those need these spacers to make that space up. But luckily, I don't have that. I can mount mine directly onto the TV. Okay, that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna mount these onto the back. So now what I did was I actually put all the hardware onto the TV as if it was on the wall, okay? And the reason why I did this is because this is gonna help me determine where I'm gonna hang it on the wall, okay? So what I can do now is I can measure how big the TV is. I can determine where the center point is so that I know where to mount this on the wall. Because if I mount this too high or too low, then your TV obviously is not gonna be centered, okay? So that's what I'm doing now. I'm determining that this is the center point. Actually on this particular model, I got very lucky. The center of this mount, where it mounts onto the TV, is actually the center of the TV. So it makes, at least for me, a lot easier to figure out where I'm gonna put this on the wall. Okay, but this is why I did this. It helps you determine where you're gonna put it on the wall. All right, so now we're gonna go to the wall. Okay, so first step to mounting something on the wall, you need to know where all your studs are. Okay, this is a drywalled wall. There's studs behind here. So what I did beforehand is I went through with my stud finder and I found where all my studs were. Okay, I have a stud there, I have a stud there, and I have a stud there. That's what these 3 lines are, okay? Now, once I did that, then I need to determine, what's the center of this wall, okay? Now, yours may be different. You may be centering it between 2 pieces of furniture, or whatever your situation is. You need to obviously find what the center is. So, real simple, all I did was I measured it. This is 104 inches wide. I think it's like 104 3/4. But there's no reason to get that exact. Just take the easiest whole number and cut that in half and make that your center. No one's ever gonna see that it's a 1/4 inch one way or the other. Okay, so that's what this markates. This is the center, okay? Then, the next thing I had to determine is, now that I know where all my studs are, I know where my center mark is, now I need to know how high am I gonna put this unit, okay? So I already did the measurements. I'm actually gonna go this is actually where the center of the TV is going to be. So now I know basically this is the center point right here on the wall, right? And I'm going to make a center line, a point right here on my mount. That center point is going to match up directly with that. If I do that, I'm golden. All right, so let's move on to that step. Okay, we have our level close by, but we're not going to use it yet. So the first thing, like I said, we're going to drill that first hole. Wow. So we want to go at least the depth of the screw. Okay. Then what we do is we take the unit, and we are going to hold it up there, like so, and we're going to put this first bolt in. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to use our handy dandy level. We're going to level it. Okay, then we're just going to basically rinse and repeat. So we're going to put our next bolt here, and then we'll put our next bolt here, and our next bolt here. Okay? All right, so we got all 4 bolts in. I got mine into studs, okay? Now again, I can't say this enough. Please get these in the studs. And I would say at least get 2 in. So let's say you had a stud here and then you had nothing here just because of the way your wall was laid out. At least get these 2 into a stud. And then if you had to use anchors, you could use anchors on these, okay? Ideally, you want to have it spanned across 2 studs like I have here, so 2 in here and 2 in here. This is ideal, okay? Okay, so now we got to wire this thing up. In this video, I'm not going to get into running power up in this wall. I am going to do a video. I'm hanging one of these this weekend where I am going to have to put an outlet up, and I'll make a video on how to do that. I'll put the link up here as soon as I post it. But if you're seeing this video now and you want to see that video, just please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. They make these really nice boxes, and these are actually for low voltage wires, so HDMI cords. Okay, so this would go in here, and this will go into the hole that's cut in the wall, right? And you tighten it up. I'm not going to show you how to do it, but you tighten it up, and then you can put another one of them in the back of your entertainment center, and you can pop these through. Okay. Another tip: if you have three HDMI ports on your TV, just run 3 HDMI cords through the wall. In case maybe a port goes bad or something like that. It's a lot easier if you just switch to a different HDMI cable. You'll be a lot happier. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're actually going to hang it on the wall, okay?